Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Nice to see you again. I'm Hu Jing, a host of October TSCC Radio. The topic of October is about family planning. We hope couples who are preparing for baby will get useful tips from our special invited guest, Hazel. Hazel is a sister from our Tasting Christian Church, and then she's also a mother of 3 young boys. Hi, Hazel. Welcome here.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, so in the past 2 weeks, right, you have talked about your pre-pregnancy preparation as well as some of your personal experience during the early phase of the pregnancy. So and also you share your experience and also the grace from God, and it's a faith journey. Yeah, I'm really very touched by that. Really thank God for His good plans on you.
Yes, really very thankful.
Yeah. So this week, I'm going to ask you more questions about our preparation of baby's arrival. Yeah. So you during the last week's sharing, you mentioned about after second trimester, so both mother and baby's condition are more stable, and you actually recommended to go for a baby moon, and also perhaps to start preparing for the items that for baby coming.
Yes.
Right. So I think as a first-time mother, I'm sure you are very excited to buy the baby stuff, but there's so many, things in the market, and it is very hard to choose. I mean, do you have any tips for the new mothers to be?
Yeah, I know, because I've been there, we've been there. Being a first-time parent is so exciting,
right.
Yet there's so many unknown. You don't know what you need to get.
Yeah,
and there's like so many things in the market.
Yeah, I feel very lost.
Yeah.
And the thing is that the baby items are not cheap, right?
Precisely.
So
I actually consolidated a baby starter kit, a list that I actually share with friends who are first-time parents. So I'll tell them, after being a mom of 3, right? Okay, I've seen and I've experienced there are things that it's not really worth investing, because these are the road that I've walked through, and 我们花了很多冤枉钱.
Right. That's wonderful. So you learn your lesson and you want to share your tips to the new mothers, right?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yes. So I feel that there's a few items that if you ask me, okay, I will not want to invest in it. And I may not want to start investing. So things like breast pump. I know a lot of first-time mom, you'll be very worried, like, okay, I want to start breastfeeding my baby, okay? And I think I'm going to do it for 1 year, 1.5 years, that kind of thing.
Yes.
But because you're a first-time mom, there are a lot of things that you don't know. Like, yes, you can read, you can listen, you can watch videos on breastfeeding and things like that, but it will never get you ready for the journey itself.
Right.
It's very different.
I believe every mother are different also, right?
Everyone is different.
Exactly.
Yeah. So your milk and things like that, it's all different. So for me, I was very excited, like everyone else, like, okay, I'm gonna do breastfeeding. Okay, so what now? So many breast pump in the market.
Right? Yeah. Different brands.
Yes, and those high-end ones are like few $100s,
Yes.
So expensive.
Yes.
So so I feel that for first-time mother, you might want to hold your horses on breast pump first. There are so many in the market. Okay, you may not want to invest in one until you are very sure that breastfeeding is the way for you and your baby, and breast pumping is what you want to do.
Yeah,
because when it comes to breastfeeding, what happens is that, right, for some mother, they are more used to just latching the baby throughout. So you probably don't even need a breast pump because your baby clears the milk.
Right.
So then the breast one that you invested in will be just a white elephant. Yeah. Or there are some mother, after trying for maybe the first month, decided that it's too painful, it's too tiring, they don't have enough milk, and they may not want to continue the journey. So then you spend $500 for 1 month, which I feel is not worth it.
Yeah, you said it. That's exactly my own experience. I invested about a few hundreds for breast pump. In the end, I gave up, and then my baby just go for formula. Never used it.
Yes. So I feel that for first-time mother, when it comes to breast pumps, right, you can actually look for pre-loved machines, okay, and then just get those accessories, new accessories, and then just try out for a month or so. And if you feel that, breast pumping is something I will go for, then go invest
Yeah,
afterwards.
that's very true.
Yeah, so that's breast pump, that's one.
Yeah, thank you.
Now,
for
another thing that we spend a lot, which I feel that, wow, is something that, first-time parents need to know, are baby strollers.
Yes, that's another one I got through.
Yeah, I think a lot of us went through that journey and nobody shares about it. You see, look at the strollers that I had. But okay, so what happened was that when we first had when I was pregnant, okay, we decided, okay, let's go and shop for strollers. And then when we went to the shop, right, there are like
So many, all the different brands.
Yeah, so many, how to choose.
Yeah.
So you go Google, but even Google will tell you things that, you may not really understand until you truly feel it. So when it comes to stroller, I feel that parents, if you can, okay, hold your horses also. Don't invest until your baby is here, because then you will actually know that what your baby needs or what you need. Because for us, we invested in the first one, the black one, and then we realized that it's too heavy for us.
Okay.
Like after we put the baby in, we bring it to the car, bring it out, bring it up, bring it down, realize that, we cannot.
Very troublesome.
So we decided to go for a lightweight. So we bought a second-hand one. And then I felt that, wow, that is so good. And then I borrowed another one from my friend as comparison. So, this is something that I will encourage parents to do. When your baby is out, right? If you can go for pre-love, just try it out.
Yeah.
And if this is something that you think is good for you and you want to invest in long-term, by all means. Because, you know what? I actually tell parents, if you can, baby wear your infant.
Oh yeah, baby wear.
Yes, I'm very pro baby wearing, and at that point when I had Jonas, I think I'm very blessed to have come across baby wearing. And when it comes to baby wearing, right, it's not something that you jump on the bandwagon and just get any from the shelf. But I want to tell parents that you want to understand about baby wearing. Know what is baby wearing before you invest in a carrier and things like that. Oh, you see the wagon?
Oh yeah, that's very useful.
That was one of our best investments.
Life-saving.
Yeah.
Lifesaver.
Like after we have two, and then the third one is coming, we happened to saw a friend that have this wagon, and we thought that, hey, this is quite good.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's been with us until now.
Wow.
It's so good. So yeah, I mean,
see, they're so comfortable.
yes,
sleeping
wait for your
inside.
babies to be out, and then you can really decide. Because if not, you'll be spending hundreds,
Exactly.
which this money I feel can be put to better use.
It's very true.
Yes. So
Yeah, baby
wearing.
wearing, you talk about. So
Yes, so there are so many types of carriers out there also. Like really so many. What to buy, what not to buy. These are things that parents, you need to understand first. And there are a lot of baby wearing groups out there where you can consult and understand more about baby wearing before following the trends.
okay.
Yeah, I know there are some very trendy baby wearing
Yeah.
stuff which may not work for you.
Like
so
baby carrier.
yeah,
and
so
also the
what I
cloth
did was I
type.
actually rented a few and to just try. So after I rent and I try, I feel that doesn't work out for me and for my baby. And then I try a few more, and then finally I came to a piece that works well for both of us, that kind of thing.
That's good. That's very smart of you.
Yes. And I actually have a stash
Oh,
of
okay.
carriers and slings and things like that.
okay.
So I will actually share with first-time parents, like, wait for your baby to be out, and when you're ready, come over, or I'll go over, and then I'll just share with you my stash.
Wow, that's
Yes.
great.
Yes. So that's for baby wearing carriers, cots. Another thing is, you see monkey do.
That's very cute.
So so I also want to talk about rockers.
Rockers.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
there are a lot of baby stuff out there, right? Which your baby will only use for a while.
Yeah.
And they outgrow it
Grows
so
out
fast.
so fast. Yeah.
Yes. So this rocker was a gift from my aunt, and it's so good.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm very blessed that I have people gifting me baby stuff and things like that. So things like rockers and stuff like this, right? I feel there's no need to really invest in a lot, because if you look at the next photo, they won't sit for long, really. That rocker probably lasts me about 4 months.
Oh.
4 to 5 months, and then he started to get curious. And if you go to the next photo, you'll understand totally. So that rocker is no use, okay?
Yeah.
So, baby items, there are a lot that just for that moment.
Correct.
So if it's for that moment, do you want to spend that money to invest? Because really, I would rather you keep that money for some other better furniture, which I personally have used for years, and I think it's really good investment.
Oh, so what are they?
Things like the baby chair.
Oh, wow.
I invested in this Stoke Trip Trap chair, but I was lucky because there was some group buy, so I got it quite cheap. So I got this because I really like the idea that it grows with the baby. So
you can be adjusted.
I can always adjust it to adulthood. So I think this is a good piece of furniture to invest in.
Because can use for long term, right?
And not just that, because I like that it's really easy to clean and things like that. So eventually when I had my second and I had my third one,
so all can use.
Yes, this chair is paid for already. So like money, like things like this, you can really think about investing instead of spending on things that your baby will be using for a short while.
Exactly. That's good.
Yes, eventually all the other boys actually used it as well. Yes, and another one that I really like is this foldable bathtub. That I got it at a flash sale.
Okay.
So it was so good, like I didn't know how good it was until I got it. First of all, I like it that it's foldable. Okay, but
can
of
bring
course
to anywhere.
Yeah, and no, because when you have a small house, you're space constrained.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and when you have a baby, you need a bathtub.
Right.
And after the baby outgrows it, right, it's an eyesore, like that big round thing. I used to have this IKEA baby bathtub.
Okay.
And it's just like, wherever you put, right, it's very zorting.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when it's foldable, then it's very easy to keep.
Yes, so you can just hide it anywhere.
Right.
And afterwards, when the boys grew bigger, right, they actually saw the bathtub. And they wanted to go in and they can still fit in.
So they're enjoying themselves.
Yes, so I think this is a very good investment for me.
I agree, totally agree.
A good bathtub.
Oh wow, can fit 3 of them.
Yes, amazing, right? And it's still around now. So I just want to tell first-time parents that what you want to do is you want to come up with a list of items that you wish that you want to have, okay? And don't be paiseh to ask your friends, to ask your close relatives, just help. Because when you have the first baby, there is really so much things that you need to buy.
Yeah, I know. And also, I'm sure sometimes when you give birth, then friends and family members would like to give you some gift,
yes, they want to bless you, but they don't know how to.
But they don't know, end up maybe buying things that you
don't
need. So it's good that you have a baby list.
Yes. So that's what I did. I actually came up with a baby list, and I do have family friends who actually bless me with some of these items, which was very useful, and it lasts us even until now. So we're very thankful. And this is something that first-time parents can think of it instead of bearing the whole cost on yourself. It's really a lot.
It's expensive.
Baby mats, so many.
Then talk about baby mats and also this is a baby cot, right? Do you recommend that as well?
For me, I am a very practical person because I don't see my baby sleeping in a cot for a long time because I want a baby to move out of it when he turns to toddlerhood. Right. So I don't want to buy a cot that is a few $100 that is going to be there, and then afterwards I don't know what to do. So we actually got a playpen. It serves us really well. And at the end of the day, when the baby is not using, we just fold it and keep it.
Because it's also foldable, right?
Yes. So things like that you can consider. These are money saving tips.
That's great. That's really fantastic.
Yes,
Thank you, Hazel.
You're most welcome.
Any other tips in terms of baby items?
So many, but I don't think I want to share it anymore. Because I have more important things to share.
I know. And also talking about preparing for the especially towards the end of the pregnancy, then maybe mother will start thinking about the birthing, right? Because from the movie, from the TV show, always we can imagine every time when it shows, I say, wow, it's a painful experience. Like, it's not a pleasant experience. I mean, how you want to prepare the mothers to prepare for that the experience?
So for me, I am someone who likes to go and look out for knowledge and things like that. So when I was having Jonas, I actually went for all the baby courses that is available out there.
Oh, wow.
And I happened to chance upon this thing called Hypnobirthing. And I thought that it was a very interesting idea. So I got Wei Xiong to sign up. So the both of us went for a Hypnobirthing workshop. And I think that it is so good. And I really want to share it with all the first-time mothers because, like you mentioned earlier on, birthing is something that is that has been portrayed very wrongly by media. You know, a lot of times when we watch on shows, people are screaming, shouting in pain.
Yeah.
Now, pain is real.
It's real, right?
It's
Yeah,
real.
I
It's
mean,
even in
it's
the
true.
Bible,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's real. But the thing about birthing is that it's very natural. And it's something that we can actually, that there is this pain relieving technique that I wish to share with parents or first-time mums through hypnobirthing. So, birth can be peaceful, really, and calm. So what I did was that I went through this workshop and I actually practiced it. And for me, my last pregnancy, what was interesting was that when I was practicing it, right, you can actually feel that, you can actually hear that it's very calm. I'm not screaming or everything because I'm in control. And I can hear the next door lady screaming. And then the nurse came in and was like telling me, like, ma'am, you are so calm. Are you okay? Are you in any pain? Then I was like, I was like, you know, in control of my breathing. I was telling her, no, don't disturb me, don't break me.
Like you're actually in pain, right?
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
like,
But I was just in my zone and things like that. So when it comes to birthing, right? Okay, it's a very big topic which I might not have time to do it now. But I just want to share a little bit. Okay, so now I want you to imagine. Okay, this in a while. Okay, you have this mother deer who is pregnant. So this pregnant mother deer is about to give birth. And what she do is she will go and look for a very quiet place. Okay? Quiet and safe place. And when she found that place, she will lay down and then birthing will start naturally.
Right.
Correct? Now imagine, okay, in the midst of a birthing, okay, a predator comes along, a tiger or something. What do you think will happen?
Very scared, prepare, run.
Yeah, correct. Okay, because it's natural, your flight and fight stimulation. So it runs away, and then birthing actually stops because the mother needs to be safe. Okay, so you ran away, and then when it feels safe, okay, at another spot, okay, no more predators. What happens next? Birthing comes naturally again.
Yeah.
So this is the same as human. Okay, when we are stressed, when we are scared, when we feel fear, what happens?
Yeah, the body will try
the birthing won't happen naturally. And that is why a lot of first-time women struggle with long birth.
Right.
Because your body is not used to this whole birthing thing. And then you have this whole, like, I'm so scared, like, it's so painful, that kind of thing. And when you're in that mode, right, you're just like the very scared mother deer. Birthing will not come naturally. Okay, and I don't deny medicines. So I actually take epidural. Okay, but you cannot be taking epidural from the start of your, like, 1 cm all the way, right? Your doctor won't give you. So what do? Okay, so there are techniques that can actually help mothers.
Okay, that's great. That's great. So after you give birth, I mean, did you arrange then you go for confinement, right? So
Yes.
do you arrange confinement nanny ahead of time, or how do you go for your confinement?
Yeah, okay. So after having 3 children, I have 3 different confinement arrangement. And I want to just tell mothers, okay, that you want to take confinement a little bit more seriously, okay, because for my first confinement, right, I was still trying to play a fool. I was still trying to, like, you know, escape this whole confinement idea. To me, I feel that it's a very old school thinking. But after having my first one, I really understand how confinement is important for women. Because you must understand, okay, you as a woman, you've gone through labor. Your body have been through this whole long process of labor, and it's very tiring for the body. Especially for first-time mothers, it can take as long as 36 hours. So imagine you're in 36 hours of pain, and then labor.
Exhausting, right?
It's very exhausting, and then you're losing a lot of blood and things like that. And then afterwards, your baby needs to be fed.
Yes.
Every 2 to 3 hours sleep. So you'll be exhausted. Really, you're so tired. And this is why I feel that confinement is something that women should take it a little bit more seriously, because there's this Chinese saying, 休息是为了走更长的路. 对.
Yes.
Yeah, you have a long journey with your baby.
Yes.
So after my first confinement, okay, so I wasn't taking care of my body well. I was just really trying to feed my baby, that kind of thing. Like, I want to breastfeed my baby need to wake up. And so there is no, so for me, I want to do everything myself, that kind of thing. And then I fell sick. And then my nanny was like nagging me, 没有人在 confinement 生病的. Which after that, I feel that, yeah, after having my first one, and then I have my second and my third, right, I realized that, for that first month, mothers, you need to learn to let go.
Yeah, let go.
Yes, that's the most important, because sometimes, because it's the first one, and plus all the hormones and everything, you're not ready to let go. You can't bear to see somebody touching your baby, and it's all hormonal. Yes, so a lot of time you need to convince yourself to rest. Yes, and to take breastfeeding easy.
Okay.
Yes.
Very important. Thank you for sharing that. Then you talk about hormonal change. So there are postnatal blues.
Oh,
so
yes.
how do you look out for signs and symptoms for
Yeah,
it?
so I usually tell first-time parents, especially the husband, okay, that postnatal blues is very real. Take it seriously, because all women will go through postnatal blues, but okay, it really depends on the severity. Some can be really minor that you don't see much sign, okay, but some can be really obvious. For me, and a few of my friends, we were sharing, like, there are times where you just cry for no reason. You just feel really emotional, like really sad, like my baby is not drinking well, but in fact your baby is actually thriving. Yeah, that kind of thing. This is what we call blues, and it's all because of the hormones inside you. And when mothers are not aware, fathers are not aware, they just thought that, she's just crying, that kind of thing. So it's a lot of emotional support, okay, which outsiders should know what to do. And if you don't tackle the postnatal blues, there are times where it will go into depression. And depression is really very real.
Yeah, I mean, we hear about the people who committed
and
suicide.
I do have friends that I know who have been through depression. And I think that these are signs that, people should be made aware of, and to know when to seek help.
Yes.
Because when you seek help, right, the people around you, trust me, okay, everyone will lend you their hand, and you will tide through it. So you really must find, you must
cannot just keep everything by yourself.
Yes,
you have to
right.
let people know, then the help
let
will
it out.
come.
And
right?
I was very blessed, because when I was having my confinement for my first one, I had a very nice friend who was there with me throughout, like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. when I was just like crying and everything. I was just texting her, and she's always there. And I feel that mothers need this kind of support. Go find that friend. If you don't have, I'm here.
Great. So remember to our sister Hazel.
Yes. It's very important for mothers to support mothers.
Yeah, that's really nice of you. Is there any other tips or books you have?
Oh, I have so many. Okay, I have some time. Yes, I still have some time. Okay, yes. So when it comes to book, right, I have this pregnancy book that was journeying with me, and I thought that this is such a good book that I want to share with you. It's called Praying Through Your Pregnancy. I just happened to chance upon this. I bought this book, and when I was reading this, so inside this book, they actually have this week by week prayers. And in this prayer, they actually tell you the development of a baby. So every week, you pray for different development of your baby. So I think it's really nice, because because for first-time mothers, sometimes you don't know what's going on. Like, okay, my baby is this big now, but you don't know what is growing.
So it's like you're growing with your baby.
Yeah, so you're praying for the heart, you're praying for the growth and things like that. So this is a very good book, and it really helps me emotionally because of my first trimester trauma. Like my baby is not going to be a healthy baby, so I thought this is a really good and comforting book for me.
Right. Thank you so much for the
you're most welcome.
Okay, I think now it's come to the end of today's session, and next week is our last session about the October series. Is talk about the baby has arrived. Help.
Yes. So you heard about first trimester,
Yes.
second trimester, and third trimester, and then there's this thing called the fourth trimester.
Oh, fourth trimester.
So this is something that I want to share next week.
Okay, if you want to know, yes, stay tuned. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.